Sorry about that. This is part two. This is part two because I got kicked off. I kicked myself off the phone. So anyway, I'm back, and so I hope you guys are around. If you don't happen to show back up, then I'll just move on. But yes, I'm still continuing to unpack my camera, and I just still can't believe how fast this week went. I just can't believe it. It was like I just arrived on Sunday, and the week is over. It's Saturday, y'all. I've been here 6.5 days. Tomorrow is back on the road, back home to do, like I said, other projects. One is I have to start packing up my house. It's time to pack, y'all, because closing is in October, the first week of October or the end of September. So this is an ending of a chapter. And but like I said earlier today, watching Tracy Ellis's film give me lots of ideas when I'm traveling around Africa, and I'll be sharing with you guys from different locations, and that's going to be a whole lot of fun because. And then I ran into can you believe it? A photographer here. She was here yesterday and the day before. Well, yesterday she was here, and she works for the New York Times. And it turns out that we're neighbors. I said to her, I said, "Oh my God, we have to go to the cafe sometime and catch up." And so, and then I just let her know if they need a photographer. If she's not able to do photo shoots or news photojournalism in Africa, maybe I'll be a point person for the New York Times. We'll see. I gave them the card, and I told her, I said, "Look, we got each other." She's so nice, so nice. And I was like, "I can't believe I'm leaving, but I just met you." I said, that's the incredible part about living in Brooklyn, New York City. There's so many people that live there. And what's so funny is now that I've met her here, I guarantee you I will see her all the time in the neighborhood because now I know who she is. Hey, Elise, welcome to the building. Welcome to the building. And so we'll see how that all works out. That's how I was able to remember how my photo made it to the New Yorker is through just connecting with people. And so you never know how doors are going to open for you. And, the universe, I believe in God. So what God's going to put in your life, in your space, and connect. So, yeah. So I met her yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you work for the who? You work for who?" She goes, "The New York Times." I said, "Okay." I said, so. Then I said to her, "Where do you live?" Excuse me, as I clean this a bit. I said, "Where do you live?" She goes, "On Park Slope." I said, "Oh my gosh, you're just up the hill." I said, "I'm in Clinton Hill." She was like, "Really?" And we just start talking and sharing, and she's really nice. I think she's going to be here today as well. And that's another reason why it's so good to do these kind of events, because people come from all over the country to support events like this one. And like I said, I met people from North Carolina, South Carolina, Detroit. I met people from DC. I met people from different parts of New York City, Connecticut, Boston, places in Massachusetts. I met someone, and obviously I met some celebrities. I met some great celebrities. Now I have to tell you, y'all, Jennifer Hudson is really fun. I mean, What you see on TV is who she is here. I mean, here in real life, there was no, you know how some people are different from when you see on TV? She's exactly who she is on TV. She's exactly who she is. And I was just like, wow, she's exactly who she is. And let me see, am I getting any messages here? Hold on, check and see. No messages, no messages. Okay, great. Okay, so we're good. Let's make sure my message area is cleared out in case something comes up. Nothing there and nothing there. Okay, good. So that's good. We're all good there. And but I need to, like I said, I'm getting everything set up so that way I don't have to worry about security.
Morning, bro. How you doing?
Good morning. Good. Is it morning yet? It's still good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. So, yeah, that is where we are. And so meet people, talk to people, share, and don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say, hello, what's your name? My name is Ron. Lisa, she always seems to so down to earth. She is. Jennifer is so down to earth. And for someone that has an EGOT, now there's some people out there that don't have an EGOT and their egos are crazy. I could tell you about some of them. And there were some famous people that I was introduced to when I was younger, and they were just not nice. I won't name any names, but they were famous and they weren't nice. And I'm like, one thing I have to say about my father taught us is that we all have to pee. We all have to shh. And we all bleed red blood. We all need to breathe air. We all need food. There's no one more special than the other. You are, just because that person is president of a corporation or the country or in movies or on radio or has a million followers on Instagram or a million followers on YouTube, doesn't make them better. We're all the same. They just happen to get maybe more luck in life. Maybe they were in the right place at the right time. Like I said, I didn't plan for I got a National Geographic, New Yorker, Interior Design Magazine, or Forbes. I didn't plan that. I was at the right place at the right time. And that's how it happens for most people. And the things that you work hard and try to plan for, and like, oh my gosh, I got to get there. I got to get into the top. I got to do this. You never get there. The people that just enjoy life, enjoy what they do, and perfect their craft because they just love it, the doors open. The doors open. Okay, I am missing something. What am I missing here? Why is this here? It must be in my jacket then. But I had a spare. One, two. That's my spare. I got a spare here. Is there another spare somewhere here that I'm missing? Yes. Okay. There's my spare. Okay. I was like, where is my battery for my flash? So I gotta make sure my flash is working. Let's see. And I got a full power. Yes. Nicely done, right? Nicely done. Okay, so that means I am now getting my camera set. So that way, if they call me at the drop of a hat, I can run. And so I'm ready. I am ready for action, y'all. I'm I'm pretty much set up for today. And I know everybody, we were on here for those that are just joining. We were on here. Hannah's the only one left from the first the first show at 10 o'clock. And then I got dropped. The signal became bad, and then I couldn't reach my notifications. So let's see what's here. Okay, who's calling? Okay, they didn't leave a message. If you call me, if it's important, you will leave a message. I always say, I tell my friends, it ain't important unless you left a message, and I will not be freaking out about it unless you leave a message. So leave a message when you call me. Let's see here. Yeah, so I was sharing is that when Michelle Obama gets here, the Secret Service will be here first, and they're going to do a sweep. They got to sweep the whole building. Then we have to get out of this area because we can't be anywhere near the building. And then they're going to do their podcast, and I don't think any of us are going to see it. Even the founders cannot be near the site. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? This is their festival and they can't get near Michelle. Isn't that something? That's wild. So they got all kinds of high security today here. But I'm ready. I am ready for whatever comes. I got my bag is here. Luggage is there, I should say. And so now I'm just going to edit photos. Do you guys want to, since this is a sneak preview, y'all want to see some of the photos from yesterday, a couple of days? I can show y'all some photos. Okay, let me give you a glimpse. Since it's just us. Okay, let me share some stuff with you all. Okay, let me pop this on the screen there. My 365. I mean, if you join me, and I have nothing to do but edit photos, but you know what? I was talking about the heritage. I was talking about, I was going to say the Heritage Society, but I was talking about Ralph Lauren and the marriage to Oak Bluffs here at the Cape, here at Martha's Vineyard. And so let me share a couple. I can share a couple of things with you guys, and because these are not going to be photos that are released to anyone, so they can't. So this is good. I'm going to just share. Here we go. You're going to like this, y'all. Okay, so let me share. Okay, let's do Ralph Lauren. Okay, here's a little bit of the Ralph Lauren yesterday. Now, let me get my booklet out so I can give y'all some names, so that way you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, or I can say I know what I'm talking about, because shoot, I need to be able to give you the right information. Okay, so let me share with you. This was really good. Like I said, I really enjoyed yesterday's Ralph Lauren presentation. And so this was Ralph Lauren, a portrait of the American dream. So this was their panel discussion. I'm still editing these, but it's called "Join the Executive Screen Exclusive Screening of a Portrait of the American Dream, Oak Bluffs: The Story of a Coastal Haven for Black Communities on Martha's Vineyard," and be a part of a conversation on the importance of racial healing and building solidarity, presented by Ralph Lauren and the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. The moderator is Carla Thompson. That's who you see right here. Chief strategist is Impact Officer Cole Brown, and from the Kellogg Foundation. And then you have also writer, director, producer James Ujeda. He's on here, and they'll see him too. So here we go. Then you have, this is Valerie Jarrett, is a director. Director of the Ralph Lauren Board of Directors and CEO, and the Obama Foundation. Look at this. Oh wait, are you able to see it? Hold on a second. Make sure you're able to see it. Can you see this? Hold on. Oh, are you able to see it? No, hold on a second. I didn't present it yet. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Here we go. Let me share. There we go. So this is Valerie Jarrett. She's a sweetheart, a real sweetheart. And then again, this is the Carla Thompson Payton, Dr. Carla Thompson Payton, and she's the moderator and chief strategist and impact officer for WK College Kellogg Foundation. And then the panelists. Okay, so. And this is James Jeter. James Jeter, creator, director, concept design, and brand direction of the men's polo. And this is Cole Brown, who is a writer, director, and producer. He produced another film, a short film that was out here today on the island. So these are my photos. Just sharing a little bit with you. This is one of the models, the young man right there. And so these are some of my detailed photos right there. Okay, so this is what and then you saw the models out there. So you had the models, and I forgot this young lady's name. She is a big influencer and designer. People were like, I didn't know who she was, unfortunately, but, people that are in mainstream pop media know who she is. And then this is some interactions, news media interacting with Jeter, Mr. Jeter. And then here's some of the clothes, some of the models. And that's it. That's all I got for you on this one. But let me show you a little bit more other stuff. So this is I have to do another special so I can share all this stuff with you guys. But you want to see something else? Here's something else. Let's check out. So sometimes what I will do is I will transfer some of my photos into black and white. Maybe I'll save off on that one. Let me show you. I don't think I'll get in trouble for this one. Last night, we had the opportunity to photograph Mr. David Chappelle. Now, Dave Chappelle is an interesting character, I have to tell you. Seeing him in person in real life was really phenomenal. Just kind of like, check out, he cannot be still. And he is a chain smoker. I was like, oh, hey, Dion, what's going on? Yes, last day of paradise.
Catch a ferry 7 a.m.
Yes. Oh, we'll be on the same ferry then.
Oh, you on the 7 a.m.?
Yes, we're on the same ferry tomorrow. Yes. So I'll see you on the ferry.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you about that picture too.
Yes.
Appreciate it, bro.
Okay, so this is, let's see if you guys can see it. Hold on a second. Can you guys see this? Okay, so you can't see it. So yesterday, they gave us parameters because David Chappelle has a strict photography rule. And he says, Lisa says, I never leave messages on Pop's phones because I know I hate listening to them, so I won't do it to others. So they told us yesterday, they said, you have 1 minute to photograph David Chappelle. To all the photojournalists, all the photographers, we had 1 minute. And it was supposed to be 1 minute after the credits. However, they included the credits. So when the credits were over, already 30 seconds was gone. Almost 40 seconds. So we had 20 seconds to photograph David Chappelle. Then there was one person in the audience that was somehow got through with the camera and thought they could take a picture. Man, they ran up that flight of stairs so fast and put that camera in a pouch. And I took, because everyone that came in, because I don't know, you guys know the new stuff that's going on. The new technology is that when you go to venues now, oh, that's okay. So I maybe have to go. I may have to go and leave you. We'll see. I think my partner's out there already. We'll see. But if I have to go, I'll leave you guys. But so what ends up happening? So in these venues now, you have to, when you come into the venue, you have to put your phone in a pouch, and then it locks so that way you can't take pictures. So, but you hold on to your phone, but it's in a pouch. When you leave, you go and unlock the pouch and then unlock your phone, take your phone out, and you hand in the pouch. So David Chappelle people came with their pouches. I was like, oh my gosh. So this woman thought she could just take a picture. She thought she could take a picture. She thought she was better than anyone else. Well, I tell you, they grabbed that phone so fast and grabbed it and put it in a pouch for her. And she was like, what the hell happened here? Let me see if any. So it was interesting because the power, those little pouches are real, y'all. They are using these little pouches in all the venues now. I think Lady Gaga was the first person to use it, I think. So we'll see. But yeah, so I was only able to get this one shot. This one freaking shot. One shot. I was so upset. I was so upset that I only got one shot. But that's how it was. So there you have it. So you can't get it. You can't win it all, you know? So let me also go, let me see here. Let's go back to let's see here. Let's see. I shared my Oak Bluffs photos. This was really like, again, this was, and hopefully we'll have him on our show. This is the photographer Joshua. Oh gosh, Kawazi, and we featured him on our show last month. Did not know I was going to run into him here. Interact. So I took a photo with him. We did a selfie together. And another amazing photographer, and he's responsible for the cinema photography and the photography for the Lincoln commercial, Lincoln Motors. And what a great conversation he shared. And living in the Bronx, New York in the house. And then now he lives in LA. So he was sharing the different perspective there. And it was a great connecting, short but brief, but he laid down some really good gems. He's from Ghana, and where I'll be going to Ghana in a couple of months. I should be in Ghana I probably will be in Ghana in June of next year. So we'll see. But there was a great discussion. It was called A Moment of Pause. So, and so there's some shots here of the team, the Lincoln team, the conversation. So it's really good stuff. Other filmmakers that had questions in the audience. So it was beautiful. He's a great guy, and he did he featured his they did a little film feature of his daughter. I think it's his daughter and his wife. So there you have on that one. And let's see. I'll give you one more. And
You just have to be out of the space. I don't think.
what time is that? What time we have to be out?
3.
At 3.
Yes.
Okay, so we got some time.
No more access until probably about 6.
Okay, so I'll keep everything
Take
powered.
everything that you need.
Okay.
Well, no, you could just not, you won't be able to come from behind.
Getting
the-
information,
the,
y'all.
Separate feet that's out front. From our internal separate feet, you won't be able to go anywhere behind there all the way to through here to the green. So no, nothing behind, back of house.
Gotcha. So there are gonna be people in the audience and the
Yeah, the order, you could, again, you know, we anticipate having a full house, so staff probably
okay.
be challenged to sit.
Yes.
but Emma's, you know, working
Okay,
on
so we'll be
the fact
okay. So
that
we will be able to photograph her inside the house.
No. Only what Sony has gotten approved.
Gotcha.
No photographing, no anything. You can sit in the house.
Okay.
Photographing, no.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So this is it. Very strict. Very strict. So guys, but let me show you some more. Look at this, guys. This is my girl. I love Ayanna Presley. She is one, she's so beautiful, but she is fire. She brings the fire every time she talks. Man, when she was sharing, it was on, she was on fire. She and Jasmine, they brought down the house. They brought the house down. When I tell you, Lisa says, you should have stayed the day and left later to enjoy without any fuss. I would have been on the last thing smoking solo beach day. I was like, yeah, I mean, it would make sense, right? If we were close to the town, I'd be like, you know what? Shoot, I don't need to photograph Michelle. I'm just gonna go hang out and relax for the next hour and a half. But it doesn't work that way because there's other what we call activations going on at the same time. Yes, Hannah, I had a fascinating week. But look, I got to photograph she and you'll see. Come on, here we go. Let me just take you through. So, I love her. I just love her. I love her. She is. Oh, we need more of her. And there's our girl. There's my girl. I love me some Jasmine. Jasmine Crockett is the bomb. These two women are fire. Fire. Can I tell you? And this is the oh God, gosh. This was the moderator, but they don't have the moderator name. She was the congresswoman for Colorado. She was a congresswoman from Colorado. And I got some really good shots of these beautiful women. Beautiful. And the great Mr. Al Sharpton. So, what a day. What a week. What a week, right? I also did them in black and white because there's certain people that are iconic, and I just had to do it in black and white. I mean, at the end of this, I told you guys, I shared with you guys yesterday. I mean, Al Sharpton brought it all together at the end. Each one like concluded that had the last word, but Al Sharpton had the last word and brought the house down. I mean, I haven't seen Al Sharpton preach since I was a kid. I mean, I've seen him on TV talk, share, but I haven't seen him in person, like be in front of him since I was probably 16, 17 years old. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. I had a great time. So here, I wanted to bring this to your attention. On March 28th, they're going to have what's called March on Wall Street, sponsored by Reverend Sharpton and the National Action Network. And they're just going to have a march against corporations who are benefiting and yielding to the Trump administration. So that's coming up. I'm going to definitely photograph that in New York City on August 28th. I probably will be in the streets for that. Again, great conversations. So there you have it. This was probably one of the most meaningful engagements of the film festival, because they really challenged the audience and the Black community. And they were challenging the Black community on continuing to maintain joy. That regardless of what's going on, we still have the ability to hold on to our joy. And we are going to get through this because of our joy. And I remember my dad, I think it was my father that mentioned my adopted dad, the preacher. And he said, there's a difference between joy and happiness. And it's all based in the word. The happiness is based on things that are happening. Your happiness is based on the things that are happening around you. But joy is internal. Joy is where you stand and live in yourself. Regardless of what's going on around you, your joy remains. And that's how we're going to get through this period of American history and building community and connecting with one another. It was phenomenal. It was a phenomenal conversation, panel discussion. It was so good, so good. I love these people because they're standing up for the American people. And so it's an honor to photograph them. And let's see. Let me see what else I can share with you. That then some things have restrictions and I can't share yet. Let me see. Again, like I told you, when they have what's called shorts. But let me see here. The business of storytelling. This is a couple of folks. This is where you see Courtney B. Vance, and let me give you all the other names because I don't know all the other names. And because let me see, let me get you some names here. La 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 la. This was okay. So we have Courtney B. Vance, Lonell Bosey, Keith David, and Lynette Ramirez. Okay, so that is who's here. And this was this intimate and thought-provoking conversation will feature award-winning actor, producer, and author Courtney B. Vance, award-winning actor Lionel Boise, and the incomparable Keith David and Lynette Ramirez, president of Bassett Vance Productions. And it says attendees will get a behind-the-scenes understanding of the content creation process, maintaining cultural resonance and reliability, and building a collaborative and profitable business. And so they were talking about all of the, being visual storytellers in film. And the same applies to photographers. If you are a visual storyteller, how the hurdles and the barriers that can happen in your career, but how you can rise above it, and then some actions you can take to assure that you are able to advance your career in the visual storytelling. And this one was particularly Black storytellers panel. So really good. And being able to photograph these photos was really cool. Had a lot of fun. And yeah, so these are great actors. A lot of celebs were here this year. The first year, because of COVID, there were no celebrities. Last year there were some celebrities, but this year there were a lot of celebrities. I love this guy from The Bear. So he's a really all these folks are nice. Well, there were a couple that weren't, but I won't name them. But my engagements were wonderful. I didn't engage with the others, so I was like, that's he say, she say stuff, and I ain't gonna be bothered with that. But great, great energy. Everyone was having a good time. Everyone was up to laughing. There's something special about Black folks gathering together and just sharing time and their craft and being connected to one another. And in a lot of ways, you can see also some of these folks are just meeting each other for the first time, but you can also see them giving accolades to one another and feeding off each other's energies. So it was really good to watch that. And Mr. Courtney Vance, Mr. Courtney B. Vance is absolutely has a phenomenal personality, just down to earth, ready to share, help. I mean, everyone that wanted to talk to him, I mean, his PR person or his people were trying to get him to move on, but he was so gracious to the crowds, so gracious. And so this is the founder of the film festival, Floyd. And but look, always ready to connect. And so that was a lot of fun. Any questions out there? Any questions before I let you guys go? No. So you see that no photograph, Michelle. I meant tomorrow. He's laughing. Lisa says, I thought that was Rick James impersonator. Don't come for me. Oh my gosh. Did you? Yes. Oh my gosh, I photographed her yesterday. Oh my god, I was mentioning this in the show this morning. Tracy Ellis Ross is amazing, amazing. I mean, they debuted her film. I showed that earlier today. They on Roku. It's gonna be on Roku. Solo Traveling. It is so good. And I will be watching. I will be watching this on Roku in the Solo Traveler. And she's sharing what it's like to be a Black woman who's traveling solo to these different places around the world. However, it's not for just Black women, I will say, because as I was looking at this show, I am a solo traveler as well. And I can identify with a lot that she said. And also, as I was watching, let me get this off the screen. Pop this off the screen. I can also share that I will be taking a lot of cues from her in how I share my on the road time. So we'll do that. But it was so, and wait till you see the photos I took of her. Oh my gosh, her photos are so beautiful. Oh, but I got to edit those, so I can't share those yet. And so I'll be editing those today. So I'm just checking the clock and seeing my time here. Oh my gosh, Lise, she is so funny. She is a natural hoot. She makes you laugh. She is so unapologetic. She just shares. She don't care if it makes her look bad. She doesn't care. She just absolutely just, it's just like you're in her living room hanging out with her. So that was refreshing to see her in her role in her show, giving you it all. Like there's some scenes on, I won't tell you anything about it because I thought it was so good. But I will tell you, this first episode takes place in Morocco. one of my favorite places in the world to go visit. I have not been there yet. I've been studying Morocco. I was supposed to go to Morocco December of 2019, but they had to cancel our trip because of COVID. And I've been studying Morocco, the history, the colors, the beauty of Morocco for decades. It is also one of the most, any interior designer that really loves interior design, and a lot of designers for clothing will go to Morocco, buy fabrics that you can only find in Morocco. And the colors and the brilliance of the color palettes and the way things are organized, it's just, Morocco is one of the most beautiful places in Africa. And people forget it's Africa. But she does a great job in sharing some highlights. And so make sure you check out Roku's Solo Traveling with Tracy Ellis Ross. So good. So good. Okay, what else you guys are saying in here? You know, Lisa, I was like, if she didn't want people, if no one could go see her, if no one can photograph her, if no one could I was like, what's the point? She could have done her podcast at home in her own studio. I was like, I mean, so much drama. So much drama. I don't know. I just like, if you come to Martha's Vineyard and you want people to support what you're doing, you have to give people, like, what, it doesn't hurt to videotape it. It doesn't hurt for people to share on their smartphones. Other celebrities do it because they know it gives them PR. It gives them free advertisements. The more your show is on social media about all the people that are here, and then they're not no cheesy people here. It costs money to come to Martha's Vineyard. Do you know what I'm saying? It costs money to rent a house or stay in a hotel, to buy food, to get on the ferry, get on the car, to get an airplane here. It costs money. So these people that are in your audience here at Martha's Vineyard, these are not people that are just hanging out at the bar. These are people that are here because they're with the film industry, they're with entertainment, they're celebrities. I don't get the thinking. I don't understand. Who is the PR person? Now, I don't know, but man, I was like, oh, text me who was nasty. I can't tell you. But I told them, oh, I wasn't there, but it was the conversation in our staff meeting. And I was like, oh, really? That's how it went down? Oh. Anyway, I will not say anything negative online. That requires a private chat. Elise says, there is no real point other than to say she was there. Yeah. I was like, and I mean, I'm sure she wants people to follow her podcast. Her podcast is pretty good, but it's almost like what do they call that, round table? The red table with round table with Smith, what's her name? Jada. It's a similar kind of Jada thing. From the first one I seen. I've only seen one episode of her podcast, but I would think you would want everyone to. Again, there's so many people. These are the mover and shakers are on the island. Movers and shakers live here. Movers and shakers are visiting. Can't someone, as they say, make that make sense. Make it make sense. Ugh, I don't get it. If I was a celebrity, oh, you see, they need to follow what Trump said in Apprentice. Now, Trump, hate him or love him, and most of us hate him. But one thing he said on The Apprentice, and I will never forget it. He says, I don't care how I get publicity. Bad publicity or good publicity. That means my name is still in the streets. He said that back in the 1999? When was The Apprentice out? 1990s? 1980s? When was that? I remember it like it was yesterday. You don't care how you get publicity. Like with David Chappelle yesterday. I mean, having the phones on lockdown while you are trying to raise money. It was a charity event to raise money for his school, his old high school. And I'm like, dude, you might want people to videotape this so it can go viral. It can go viral, and then you'll get more money for the school. I mean, everyone that showed up had to have money. Everyone that came in had to have money to be at that fundraiser. It was a fundraiser. And I'm like, if I spend a lot of money to support you, you better let me take a photo. You better let me videotape it. You better let me go live. If I'm donating money for your charity, come on. I'm just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Some people don't understand media. They don't understand how to promote. Shoot. Anyway, it is now 12. Okay, I got time. I got 10 minutes to hang out with you guys. Any more information? Any more questions? And if you're in the building, make sure you hit the likes, because no one knows we're here unless you hit the likes. Make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you hit the likes. Hannah said, Mimi says, Ron, a lot of people do the fundraising in silent. Why? There's no purpose of doing it in silent. You know why? Because the money you raise still has to be declared publicly, right? If you raise $20,000, it's gotta be public. It's going to be it's going to be documented in a public forum. So why hide it? Why do it in silence? But for those that show up, take out it. Anyway, I'm being a dead horse. I will tell you this. So close your ears. If you haven't seen it, I'm on my way today. What? Wait a minute. I'm on my way today to an embroidery to get my pillowcases embroidered like that hotel she was in, but with my own sayings. I thought, Lisa, you were going to say you're on your way to Martha's Vineyard. I was like, wait a minute, you're on your way? Should I stay? I know, Mimi. He said, I know, but they do private and public for silent partners. Okay. But again, that doesn't change the fact that if you are in a public forum, I get that side of it being private, but I don't get it if you're, you know, you're a comedian and you're trying to raise money and people have paid to support you, and yet you put everybody's phones in a pouch. But I do understand, Mimi. I do get that part. For instance, even here, I've had Patreon members that do not want to be shared. They donate quietly. They're not saying, "Hey, Ron, I'm on Patreon, so rent to me all the time." No. There are people that contribute and don't want people to know. I get it. No. There was no, again, it was a movie. It's a movie that's coming out on, is it coming on Netflix? Is the David Chappelle movie coming out on Netflix? Hold on a second. What? Was it? Oh, that's right. It wasn't even listed. It was a surprise. Special event. Yeah, so they didn't even list it. They didn't list it to the last minute. Yeah, but it was a good movie though. It was a good movie. Sharing about his town and all that good stuff. So, but I do get it. I do understand privacy is important. And let's see here. Lisa says, yes, I can imagine. Imagine all the restrictions that people just visiting the island have. They probably are not happy with her. They're not going to be happy when they get here. Yes, that's what we were talking about. We were like, oh, some people are not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy. Thank you, Cheryl Evans, for subscribing. Thank you, Cheryl. That was nice of you to subscribe. New member, new subscriber. Thank you, Cheryl Evans. And but yes, I don't know. I mean, it's easy for me to judge on the outside, like partially on the outside, but I would think, yeah. But anyway, let me get myself into some editing mode. I gotta edit. I have to edit Tracy Ellis Ross pictures. So I need to do that like now. So I'm gonna get back to work here. I edit a lot of photos, but I haven't had a chance to hang out with you guys long this week. And I thought I had to come back. I was on earlier from 11 o'clock, and then we lost signal, and then I came back. And then I couldn't use my features, so I had to log off, and then I logged off and hit the end button. And so I started a new video. So this is just be part 2. But I'm glad that you guys joined me. And I was able to share some photos with you. Oh, okay. I'm sure this one is not gonna be a problem. I don't think it will, but hold on, let's see. Let me share one more thing with you guys. I think I can share this one. Hold on a second. Let me leave you with one. So I created a black and white collection. So this is the start of my black and white collection from this event this week. So these are my black and whites, because some photos must live in archives. And I think these photos could live in archives. This one is one of my favorites. So I can only share this. I mean, this is like everyone's photographing her. So, I mean, this is not something that's going to be restricted. But this is Jennifer Hudson coming in the building, and everybody's got the music. Where the fans at? Where the fans at? And everybody's shouting and dancing and laughing, and in the crowds. It was beautiful, beautiful moment. beautiful, beautiful moment. This black and white is like, this black and white says it all. And then this one. So, but that's it. I can't share any more of these. And I haven't added more to my black and whites. So that's it on the black and whites. So those are my iconics shots. And I hope you guys enjoyed this time together. I'm so glad we had this time together. Okay, I won't continue the song. I won't stress your eardrums. But guys, I will be on probably tomorrow as we are now traveling home. I am not taking a plane back. I am driving. Well, we're driving back. So it's a nice, good drive. And I get to see this, I get to just listen to my music and relax. But I might just pop on because I'll have more photos to share with you tomorrow. Okay? So these photos are not going to Instagram yet. Like I said, there's a whole batch of Jennifer Hudson's that needs to be approved. So those need to be approved. And for everybody else is pretty cool. So I can share those. But I will share them here in my YouTube family, but they won't go onto Instagram because obviously people can then copy them and all that stuff and repost. So no one's reposting from YouTube, at least, not like that. So, okay, so I have to make sure I protect what's going on here. But that is it, y'all. I think I have had a great time with y'all. I hope you enjoy this time together. And I see Lisa says, well, for David Chappelle, people will steal his jokes. And also, he has such a bad relationship with the trans community. He probably didn't want any smoke if he said a joke about them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people's, his best friend is, one of his best friends is trans. Do y'all know that? So even though he jokes about it, but one of his best friends is trans. He's not anti-trans. He's not. He's not transphobic. It's just good material. I know some people interpret it that way, but one of his best friends is trans. So people need to lighten up. Just lighten up, y'all. Just lighten up. Let the man be a comedian. I know it's not you guys. I'm just telling in general, the public. Hannah says, I thoroughly enjoyed part 1 and 2. I am so glad that I was able to share in part 1 and part 2. Part 1 was more of a, more preaching, more preaching and teaching. My PK instincts came out, sharing about Timothy and Paul. Check it out on the first part 1. Lisa says, yeah, but somebody has to do the work to go find it. If the camera is there, it will be on the internet in 2 seconds. You're absolutely right. Now, that is correct. Yeah, because it takes, comedians put a lot of work into their materials. So, Lisa, you're absolutely right. I get it. See, I see both sides of it, but I don't see that when it comes to, I understand it with David Chappelle more than with Michelle Obama. I'm just, I think Michelle should be sharing more. If you want people to support you in your after the White House life, you have to be more, maybe that's not, maybe I'm being a little too tough on her because she does share in her books and stuff. So anyway, to each his own. I see here, Lisa says, yes, Ron, please keep my $5 private. Did you do another $5 here? Did you do a $5? Did you do a cha-ching here? Did you do that? Chris R is in the building. And Chris R says, that could be a security issue. Yeah, it is. It's both. I get it. And One of the things I know that was brought up is that last time she was here, it was unannounced. This time it's announced. And so if there's any foul players out there, it makes it easier because now they know she's going to be here. Because most of the time they don't tell people that they're going to be at a particular spot until they just get there. So really, yeah, that's like I said, there's two sides to every story. Lisa says, who knows? It could be Netflix restriction, not Dave's. Perhaps Netflix doesn't want the show. They pay him gazillions of dollars to get out before they wanted to. This is very true too, Lisa. I never thought about that. I did not think about that. It could be that Netflix is saying, we paying for you, brother, and we're not sharing you with no one. We want exclusive. That's true. You're right. Mimi says she also has to be secure. Yes, one thing we have to do is make sure Michelle Obama is secure, because these rednecks, these anti-Black folks are out to get us all. They're out to get us all. Yeah, Mimi says, keep your eyes open. We all will. We are. We are. Lisa said, oh, send me one so I can frame it. Oh, you want one? You want one of the black and whites? Okay, we'll see. It's going to be a part of a collection. Definitely a part of a collection. Okay, and so then when I get back home, I start packing the house up because the house is officially sold. It just needs to go. You just need to close it. The banks need to just say yes. Well, the bank's already approved her loan and stuff. And also, the co-op board just needs to approve her. Once the co-op board approves my buyer, it's done. My apartment is now sold. We're in contract. I gotta go home and pack. I gotta pack up my apartment. I have to pack up my apartment, y'all. Oh, this is becoming a reality. Yes. Wow, congratulations, Rep. I am going to be a nomad grandpa, traveling around the globe in a backpack and a suitcase. That's it. That's all. That's how I'll be living. A backpack and a suitcase. And maybe I gotta buy a new. I gotta buy a new suitcase. The suitcase I have here is not big enough. I mean, it's big, but it's not big enough. Lisa says, Ron, I know you saw my comment and skipped it. And me, hey, send you a Tracy photo. Hey, Tanja's in the building. Tanja, we missed you this year. We missed you here. This year was much smoother than years before. I have to tell you, this year they did a great job. It was much more manageable. I mean, especially coming from the photographer's point of view. We had our space. This is my work area. Today is the last day. You made it. Yes, Tanja, I made it. It was work this week and will be work. Hannah says, congratulations. Yes, it's time to pack the house down. I got to start now getting rid of everything. Everything must go. Everything. The last thing to leave my house will be my bed and my sofa and television. But other than that, everything else has to go. Everything has to go. And I've also thought about my plants. I was like, I don't think I'm going to take my plants, even though I love my big plants. I think I'm just going to give them away, because I think my big plants, my big trees, and I love them so much. I work so hard to make them so beautiful. But I realize I have to probably give them away. So That's going to be the hardest part, is giving my plants away. My last 4 plants, 1, 2, 3, 4 big plants. Because I need someone to love them like I love them. So anyway, I love my plants and I don't want to give them away, but oh, I was even, my mic wasn't even on. Oh, this mic was on, but my other mic wasn't on. So yeah, she killed herself. Who killed herself? Yes, I sold my apartment. I sold my apartment. The buyer came in on Tuesday just to sit in the apartment for about an hour and a half to just take in the apartment, and before they signed the contract. And then she signed the contract, she and her husband, and they're buying it for their daughter. So my apartment is sold, and I am so happy because this is not a seller's market. This is not a seller's market. Okay, I need to get myself in the auditorium because it is getting ready time for the conversations. Okay, guys, love you. Thank you for joining me for part 2. Check out part 1. Lots of encouragement in part 1. Everyone should be a Titus. Everyone should be a Paul. Everyone should have a Titus. Everyone should have a Paul. Okay? There you go. There you have it. Okay, guys, I'm out. I need to run. I got everything geared up. I got to get things power, make sure things up to power, because this building goes on lockdown as soon as Michelle arrives, or I should say, Secret Service will arrive first and lock the building down. So I gotta make sure I have everything I need. Okay, guys, love you all. See you tomorrow. Okay, while I'm on the road. Love you, and share and like. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.